Hey there guys, it's XI Forsaken, and in today's video I'm going to go over the Infinite Toolbox in Dead by Daylight. This is something you may have seen on Ott's stream or some various other streamers. It's kind of been going around but kind of been eluded as to what causes it, and I'm going to show you how this is done. So what you're going to want to do is have Potential Energy equipped, and it is the perk from Vittorio. So here I'm going to show you the setup that I'm going to do here. So we're going to start off with Potential Energy because that is needed for this glitch to actually work. And the other ones are kind of up to you. Depending on, you're probably going to want to have some perks to just make it a little bit easier for doing the testing purposes, which would be this Built to Last, which just helps you restore your toolbox if you need to do this glitch again. And make sure to pay attention to the rest of the video because I'm going to show two versions of this glitch. The first one is one that's been pretty well known, or at least like the one that's been eluded from, but that one is an Infinite Toolbox, and the second one is going to be the even faster version, so make sure to pay attention to both. And one is going to be a little bit easier and the other one's just going to require a little bit of a different setup. So here I'm going to have the Engineer's Toolbox and the swivel sockets and the clean rag. And when you have these on here, it's going to make it a little bit easier to do this because it's going to make your gen progression faster. So when you're doing this, you're just going to ultimately get the gens done quicker. I put on the white ward because if you were to be playing online, which I don't recommend because you are most likely going to get banned, reported, and that's just not something you want to have happen. So go ahead and do this in private match, play it around with your friends, and just do it there so you're not worrying about getting banned. So once you've got that all set up, you will want to start up the private match, and then we're going to show how this is done. So to get started, you're going to go and find a generator and go up and work on it regularly without using your toolbox. And what you're going to do is you're going to charge up that potential energy on the right, and then you deposit your focused energy into the generator, and when that is done, you'll see that you start getting tokens on the right, and I'm actually going to perform it right here. So once you've stored that energy and you get the one, quickly switch off and go back to your toolbox, and then you're going to be able to do this glitch. You're going to charge it all the way up to 20, and then once you get up to 20, make sure you back out and release that potential energy and start over without the toolbox. And like I was saying before, this is going to be the slower version of it, but it is fairly easy. It doesn't require having any expensive parts. You can do this with any toolbox. I'm just using this toolbox as it gets the job done quicker, and it's just better for the tutorial purpose. So go ahead and use your favorite toolbox or whichever one you have the most of, and this will work. So now for the next version of this, we're going to have the brand new part on the toolbox. Instead of having the swivel sockets, you can have whichever one for your secondary. It doesn't really matter. It just is dependent on what you want. And now that you've got all of these on your class, you just really want to make sure you have this brand new part. Without the brand new part, the second glitch will not work. So you're going to have this on there, and then this will continue forward. So essentially we're going to be doing what we did in the first glitch, and we're going to stack up that potential energy. And once you get that first token of your potential energy, you're going to transfer it over, but you just need the brand new part for this part right here. What you do is you right click and you go to install the brand new part, and you quickly back out. The second you see that skill check pop up, you back out of it immediately. And then you'll see I just released my energy there just to get rid of it because I had to reset from trying this out, because it's not always guaranteed. So you just want to make sure you do it as quick as possible as soon as you see that brand new part skill check come up. And then once you've done that, you just do what you did in the first glitch. So you are going to want to just make sure to store your potential energy, and then you are going to switch over to your toolbox as soon as you see that first token of potential energy get started. And then you'll see that after you hit the first skill check, after you've stored that energy and switched over to your toolbox, your progression bar in the toolbox repair will start going up. And then you know you've got it. And the great part about this is as long as you've got a potential energy token, this will keep working and you don't have to repeat the glitch any further, which I'm going to show after I complete this generator. So that makes this one far better to do, and it will get generators done a lot quicker than just the first method. So go ahead and just play around with them, find out which one works best for you. The disadvantage about this is it requires a brand new part, and that's why I have the white ward on, so that way I get my tools and everything back at the end of the game. So what we're going to do is, as you can see, I didn't even have to charge it up, and I have the Infinite Toolbox still working on this generator, which just makes this by far a lot better. You can fail skill checks, and it really doesn't interrupt you the same as it did before. You can almost tell when you've got this because your character acts a little bit different when you're hopping on the generator. Things seem to be a little bit quicker, and it gets rid of some of the wait time. And this works on any generator you go to. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. It doesn't work when you're trying to sabotage a hook, and which kind of sucks. I was really hoping that would work out because it'd just make this a little bit cooler. So right here, I'm just trying to stack up the potential energy to see if it goes quicker, which I don't believe it does go any quicker having potential energy stacked up at its max. And yeah, that's pretty much the glitch, and it's really easy to do once you've got the timing and all of the switching back and forth down. If you get hooked by the killer, it's not going to affect your progression on this at all. It will stay no matter what, so you don't really have to worry about that. And that's pretty much all there is to that. If you did find this glitch helpful or cool or just interesting in general, please drop a like on the video, a comment down below if you have any questions on how this is done, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can, and a subscription to my channel because that would be greatly appreciated, and any future glitches you'd want to stay up to date, so just make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.